All right. How do I know when you're sending out texts in advance? How many times, texting or calling? I think patients are now joking about how many times they've been reminded. How can I stop the reminders if they've already confirmed? If I make them green in the appointment in Open Dental, do we see that and know that they've confirmed already? Yes, all of this is one support ticket. And great question. So number one, we do have a messaging queue. So come in to reports and look at the queue. This will show you the next few days worth of messages that are queued up, ready to send. Okay, so we're in the demo account, so I don't have a bunch of stuff queued to send out, but that's where you're going to be able to see everything. It'll tell you, so event time, that means when is the appointment scheduled, or when is their birthday, or when is their recall due. The interval, that means we're going to send it 2 days before, or 1 hour before, or 3 days after, whatever. Scheduled send time, when are we going to send it? Is it an email or a text message? Event type, is it a recall notification? Is it a birthday? Is it a confirmation for their appointment? Okay. Primary recipient, who are we emailing or calling? And who is the patient? Sometimes it's the same, sometimes it's not. Maybe we're emailing mom about Billy's appointment. Okay, so that's the messaging queue. So getting back to her all the other questions. So the question is, how do we know if their patients are getting too many messages? Well, so number one, if they're getting a ton of confirmations, it's because they're not confirming. The first thing to do to avoid so many messages is confirm. So we start off with, this is the default schedule. 7 days out, we're going to send them an email. Really non-invasive. Text message 5 days out, we give them a couple days. And then 3 days out, we're going to make a phone call. So I kind of think of it like you're trying to get your mom's attention. Like, hey, mom, when you get a minute, I got a question. And you wait for a little bit. Hey, mom, I really need some help. And then lastly, mom, I really need help now, right? So that's what we're doing. We're being super polite with an email, a little more insistent with a text message. And lastly, we're like, hey, we depend on you. You have to confirm your appointment so we know that our schedule stays full. Please do it, right? So that's why they're getting all those messages. Now, we are not going to send any of these at all if the appointment is confirmed. Okay, at the earliest opportunity, we will not send them. And so if they confirm at this point, we're not going to send these other two. If they confirm on the second one, then we're not going to send a phone call. And so it's really up to the patient to not get more confirmations than necessary. Lastly, I want to show you here on the dashboard, I can come into an appointment and I can just disable notifications right here. I can say, you know what, it's not confirmed. Still, I'm not going to message them. And maybe, I've had all kinds of questions. I had one office where their office literally flooded. They're under like 3 feet of water. The server is toast. And they're like, we need to stop notifying people about all their appointments. How can we do that? Great question, right? Or COVID or whatever. So many reasons that we might need to disable notifications. So we come in to bulk disable notifications. The office flooded, so we're going to say from the 25th to the 7th, disable any appointments that are between those two dates, disable notifications. Lots of ways to do that, to disable notifications and limit what your patients are getting so that they only get the most relevant stuff. So if you have any other questions, let me know.